So Microsoft investors decide not to invest in Bitcoin. And in this video, we're going to talk about that a little bit, talk about why they decided against this proposal, if it could come back to haunt them, and what are some of the other top companies in the world thinking right now as Bitcoin is literally on their freaking heels and getting ready to take them over in market cap and essentially take over the world. So if you guys like the sounds of that, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe down below. Let's get right into it. As Microsoft shareholders shut the door this afternoon on Bitcoin, despite a fiery 3-minute pitch from none other than Michael Saylor, urging Microsoft to diversify its portfolio with Bitcoin, but the tech giant's investors weren't sold. And we're going to give you guys some of the specifics in this video as well in terms of what happened. Saylor, in his pitch, highlighted Bitcoin's explosive growth and predicted a $200 trillion market cap by 2045. Couldn't sway the crowd, though. It didn't have any real impact. Microsoft's board dismissed the idea, arguing it introduced unnecessary risks. I mean, kind of, sort of. Yeah, you're a top 10 company in the world, but isn't it a risk that Bitcoin's getting ready to overthrow you and many of the other top guns? Wouldn't you want to make at least some of your portfolio in Bitcoin? But that's neither here nor there. But meanwhile, Amazon's camp is stirring the pot with a bold $88 billion Bitcoin allocation proposal as we speak right now. Bitcoin right now is on the heels, getting ready to potentially take over not only Google, but Amazon in market cap. In fact, we were just right there, literally right on the heels of overtaking both of them not too long ago. So it seems like there's a big divide in the big tech world when it comes to Bitcoin and when it comes to this train that's just not stopping, which is crypto. So I guess the big question is, which side are these big companies on? And the one that I wonder about a lot is Apple. And I wonder about Apple simply because they are a company, obviously, right up there with NVIDIA. And before NVIDIA were the largest company by market cap, right? But they're a company that sits on a ton of cash. To me, it's kind of baffling as to why they wouldn't endorse Bitcoin here. Like, why not utilize some of that cash, put some of that cash to work, right? But in my space today, I talked with a good friend of mine, Larry Lundy. Larry Lundy had a couple things to say that I thought were interesting and I wanted to share with you guys in this video. Larry said they might have their own plan for crypto and they don't necessarily want to invest in Bitcoin because it would go against their plan. He believes that Apple and potentially some of these other big giants have their own play and they're just not wanting to show their cards. It's interesting, given that Bitcoin's now a top 10 asset. It just recently surpassed Saudi Aramco, which we could talk about that too, because Saudi Aramco and the Saudi government looks as if they could potentially be leaning in to Bitcoin and crypto very, very soon and potentially investing. They're already showing their hand a little bit by, buying Live Golf and creating the Line, that new city. They're diversifying their assets. They've relied on oil way too long and they know this. So I think companies in the Middle East, governments in the Middle East, I think they're coming to the party. They've got to compete now with the UAE, right? The UAE and Dubai and Abu Dhabi, they have fully embraced Bitcoin. Abu Dhabi is currently holding a big event for Bitcoin right now. And Qatar is another big player in the whole mix. So when we talk about big governments and we talk about companies, something is going to give here. Something is going to shake out. And I think it's going to be a positive for Bitcoin. I mean, it can't be negative because, okay, if Microsoft doesn't want to get in, that's fine. But some of these big players are going to want to get in. And when that domino falls, you watch. Other people will follow suit. This is something I don't think we talk about enough. The big catalyst that is sitting there, that is governments and big corporations putting Bitcoin on their balance sheet or in the form of some kind of strategic reserve, which of course, we're waiting for that to happen in the United States. When it does, you better believe a lot of people will follow suit in America's footsteps once Donald Trump gets into office. So that's what we've got for you guys. I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. I appreciate you guys for watching. And yes, that is a real Christmas tree. I've never had one. It is the freaking move. If you ever get a chance to do it, definitely do it. Appreciate you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.